Welcome to the annual awards ceremony of the Association for Conservation Information. Today we are celebrating and honoring outstanding conservation communicators from across the nation. Please welcome ACI Awards Chair, Aaron Meyer.
Before we get started, I just wanted to go over a couple of things. First off, we had 525 entries this year, which is the second most all-time in ACI history. So if you place in the top 3, you should take a lot of pride in that because the competition was fierce. Secondly, I just wanted to thank the judges and category chiefs because this contest does not happen without them. We had over 100 judges this year, and I can't tell you how difficult that job is. So I just want to say to all of those people,
thanks, everybody. Hey, Dad.
yeah, bud.
What was the ACI Awards night like before the pandemic hit?
Buddy, it was glorious. Picture this. So last night of the conference, everybody gets dressed up, except for that one guy that just wears polo.
Why do you wear a polo?
I don't know, he doesn't bring enough clothes or something?
It's weird.
They give out drink tickets.
What are drink tickets?
It's for like juice and soda.
Well, I like juice.
Everybody likes juice. And they give out awards, lots of awards for all kinds of categories, mostly to Missouri and Texas.
Aww.
Sometimes we win.
Yeah.
One night, we won 7 awards. It was the best night of my life. No offense.
Do you think we'll ever go back to the way it was then? Also, that's hurtful.
I know it'll go back. Next year we're going to be in Nashville. Everybody's going to get back together. It's going to be like we never left. We're going to have lots of fun. Or I'm going to lose it.
Welcome to the ACI Awards night.
Lose it!
Ah.
And now for this evening's feature presentation, the ACI Awards.
Hello?
Hey Darren, it's Aaron. How are you?
What's up, Aaron Meyer? Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Driving to Santa Fe.
Why are you driving to Santa Fe?
ACI Awards, ACI Conference.
Well, the conference is virtual this year.
Virtual? What am I doing driving to Santa Fe, New Mexico then?
I don't know. I still need those videos though.
Just like last year?
Yep, just like that.
We did with Blake? Okay. Well, I'll pull over here and see about sending you one, my first one soon, and then I'll send you some more.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Aaron. Bye. Hi everyone, my name is Darren Hill, Communications Specialist with the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. I am the category chair for audio and video programs. And the first category I'm going to announce is the audio program or podcast category. Hope you like the sound of this because here are the winners.
Third place, audio program or podcast, Nevada Department of Wildlife, Nevada Wild. state record-breaking carp.
Let's foray into Nevada's wild spaces. This is a half-an-hour adventure with the Nevada Department of Wildlife. This is Nevada Wild.
Here on this mountain top, I got some wild.
Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation. Nature Boost. Bird is the word.
Hey there, and welcome back to Nature Boost. I'm Jill Pritchard with the Missouri Department of Conservation. Did you take more of an interest in birds this past year? You're not alone. Birders were booming in 2020. According to the
And first place, audio program or podcast, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, Tennessee Wildcast.
The award-winning Tennessee Wildcast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason.
Oh man, what's going on? Car's not turning over. Oh man. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot my next one here. Let's see here. Next up, reoccurring video. These are video production series that air via the internet, or on television, or both. And the winners are...
Third place for recurring video program, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, Tennessee Outdoor Journal.
Want to make a memory? Why not take the whole family fishing? Try one of the 17 family fishing lakes managed by your Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. With plenty of bank access and lots of fishing piers, these lakes offer a golden opportunity for families to spend the day together out.
Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Nature's Calling.
Welcome to this month's Nature's Calling. I'm Lucas Bond with the Missouri Department of Conservation. Do you hear that? That's the sound of a bull elk bugling here at Peck Ranch Conservation Area, located in the Ozarks. Since 2011, more than 100 elk have been restored to Peck Ranch. Numbers have grown since.
And first place, recurring video program, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Texas Parks and Wildlife Shows, 2814 and 2818.
Coming up on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
The actual single track is about 30 miles, a lot more than most of the parks in Texas have.
This bird is really, really unique in the way that it flies and the way that it forages. It's actually dragging its lower bill along the edge of the water.
Man, I don't know what's going on here. I'm in the middle of nowhere and this has got to happen. Well, let's go ahead and shoot my next category video. Up next is video feature, hunting and fishing. So if you like hunting and fishing, you'll surely love these winners. What am I gonna do? Can't believe it.
Third place, video feature, hunting and fishing, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Fishing for Records.
I'm going to go try some cast out here to see if I can get any bass that may have gone out over there. There we go. Get out there now. Got him. Good fish here, real good fish. The bass, got to be a bass.
Second place, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks, Hunter Education Instructors Wanted.
I came into hunting in the traditional manner. It was handed down to me, I guess you would say, from my dad and from my grandfather. They would take me along.
I was very fortunate and I got born into bow hunting.
And first place, video feature, hunting and fishing, Michigan Department of Natural Resources, Michigan Steelhead Fishing, Hayden Story.
Steelhead fishing, to me, it's a passion. I have a love for it. I enjoy the challenge, the thrill, the fight of catching a steelhead.
Man, I'm probably 100 miles from the next town, but I need to get airing these videos, so I'm going to shoot this next one here. Up next is video feature, how-to or instructional. In this category, maybe somebody will teach me how to read a map, and the winners are...
Third place, video feature, how-to or instructional, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Easy Tenkara Fishing.
It allowed me to spend more time on the water during my lunch breaks and the short amount of time that I had. And that's ultimately what I was looking for, something minimal that I could get out, enjoy myself, pack up, and be quick to get back. Fish.
Second place, Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, Skull Features.
Welcome back to another Wildlife Wednesday. Today we're talking about, you guessed it, skulls. Observing and studying skulls can tell us a lot about what adaptations an animal has.
And first place, video feature, how-to or instructional, Missouri Department of Conservation, how to hunt for morel mushrooms.
Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Minix, videographer with the Missouri Department of Conservation. Today, I'm going to grab my camera gear and head out into the woods in search of morel mushrooms. Morels can be found in Missouri, typically in wooded areas, mostly among sycamore, hickory, ash, and elm trees. The great thing about hunting morels is that you don't need a special...
Outside the daylight was falling into the dust. Pieces fall out of place and they turn to rust. The air is heavy and I'm finding it hard to breathe. I look around and I don't know what to believe anymore. I gotta find my way back home. I gotta find my way back home. My head is racing, thoughts running through my mind. Searching for reasons, the logic I just can't find. You were the center of everything I become. Now without you, I don't know which way.
Oh man, I've been walking a long time here. Go ahead and shoot this next category. This next category is video feature, natural resource conservation. You know, this lake behind me is a beautiful natural resource. And the winners are...
Third place, video feature, natural resource conservation, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Green Turtle Rescuers.
This is the Pack Creek Channel. It's in South Texas. The Pack Creek Channel divides Mustang Island on the north and North Padre Island on the south. It is a very important habitat for juvenile green turtles.
And in second place, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Colorado's Arctic Grayling, and Saving Colorado's Boreal Toads. And first place, video feature, Natural Resource Conservation, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Voskick Family Farm.
We're in Fayette County, about 10 miles south of Smithville. Pretty much in central Texas, if you want to call it that. I'm Rick Costello, the person that manages this farm for us.
Man, some Powerade here. Man, luckily somebody left it. Hey, I want to remind everyone to pack it in and pack it out. You know, take your trash with you, but hey, if you leave a Powerade behind, it might actually save a life. This next category is video feature, outdoor recreation, and the winners are...
Third place, video feature, outdoor recreation, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Longhorn Cavern State Park.
Longhorn Cavern State Park is one of the most unique places in the state of Texas. We are the only publicly accessible cavern in the state of Texas that was largely formed by the work of an underground river.
Second place, Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources, Floating Elkhorn Creek. And in first place, video feature outdoor recreation, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, My Life Outside, Craig DiMartino.
For people who have never actually climbed before, it's hard for them to imagine what it's like to be, on the side of a cliff or on the side of a boulder. And it's one of those things that's very empowering, and it's also incredibly just serene when you get used to it.
Man, I've been walking for hundreds of miles. I don't even know how far I can go with this. Hey, if anybody finds this video, be sure you send it to Aaron Meyer, okay? And also let my family and friends know that I love them. Oh, man. You gotta be kidding me. Did I just walk thousands of miles, only loop back on myself? Ah, I am truly lost. Start this thing again. Are you kidding me? I didn't even have this thing in park. Well, my final category to announce is video, PSA, and marketing. And the winners are...
Third place, video, PSA, and marketing, Arizona Game and Fish Commission, Ryan Thomas, PSA.
Ryan Thomas wore a soccer uniform. Ryan Thomas wore a football jersey. Ryan Thomas wore a top hat and tails for his senior prom.
In 2008, I lost my nephew Ryan Thomas in a drowning accident here at Saguaro Lake.
The only thing that Ryan Thomas didn't wear was a life jacket.
Second place, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Tess Monty, outdoors are always open.
When I get out in the woods, it's like everything fades away.
and there is calm and peacefulness, and it just gives me a break from.
And first place, video PSA and marketing, Kansas Wildlife Parks and Tourism, Beyond Fishing.
It's not about the cast. It's not about the gear or even the fish. It's about the water.
Hey Blake, was that a good take, dude?
What's that?
Was that a good take?
Yeah, you did awesome, dude.
Awesome. Thanks for helping me out with these, man.
No
This is
problem.
great. Hey,
Anytime. Anything for Aaron and ACI.
anything for Aaron. I got bad news though.
What's up?
We're almost out of gas.
You're joking, right?
No.
So we're literally stranded?
Yeah.
So this whole time we were acting like you were stranded, and we literally are stranded.
We're actually stranded now. Sorry, Blake. Whack, whack.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Dorenzo and I'm coming to you from my office at the Wyoming Game and Fish Department headquarters in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I am the category group chair for the communications and education categories. The first category I will introduce is the best use of humor. This category recognizes the most creative and effective use of humor to enhance and amplify a communication or education effort. Here are the winners.
Third place, best use of humor, Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, 2020 Razor Clam Face-Off Campaign, Spring Digs Video. Second place, Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, I Love You Like No Water, and When 2020 Drops You on Your Face. And first place, best use of humor, Colorado Parks and Wildlife. We're all in this together.
Next, the communication campaign category. This is for communication efforts that may use a combination of various print, digital media, or online community engagement strategies as part of a campaign. And the winners are:
third place, communication campaign, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, In the Wild Hood. Second place, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Lapsed Angler Reactivation Campaign. And first place, Communication Campaign, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Hunting for Conservation.
Now, the education category. This category is for entries that range from a one-time, single-topic effort to comprehensive programs designed for use over a number of years. And the winners are:
third place, Education, Missouri Department of Conservation, Anita B. Gorman Conservation Discovery Center, text messaging. In second place, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Wild Classroom. And first place, Education, Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, Chronic Wasting Disease Educational Campaign. Third place, External Newsletter, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, Wairika Fish and Wildlife Office Newsletter. Second place, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Our Wild Texas. And first place, External Newsletter, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, The Wild Side.
The next category is for internal communications. This category is for efforts that include print or e-newsletters, videos, brochures, manuals, or other products created to inform, educate, train, or motivate employees.
Third place, Internal Communication, Nevada Department of Wildlife, NDOW Tracks, November 2020. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, MDC Minute.
Hi, I'm Lucas Bond, and in this week's MDC Minute, MDC is seeking initial public input on a proposed limited and highly regulated hunting season for black bears.
And first place, Internal Communication, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, your roadmap to ODWC communications.
Now for the website category. Each entry must encompass an agency or organization's entire website or a special project or program-specific initiative. And the winners are:
Third place, website, Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, Utah Wildlife Migration Initiative. Second place, Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, Wild Aware Utah. And first place, website, Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, LDWF website.
Our next category is graphics, advertising, display. Entries include ads, web banners, exhibit graphics, a sign or series of related signs, and billboards. Why is Drew flossing again?
I promised I'd get him in one of the videos.
Oh. And our winners are?
Third place, graphics, advertising, or display, Nebraska Game and Parks, Nebraska's Upland Slam. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Tic Tac Tree Interactive. And first place, graphics, advertising, or display, Missouri Department of Conservation, Keep Wild Animals Wild.
Drew, I forgot one of the categories. Can you help me?
Can I play Minecraft?
Yeah, just don't tell Mom.
All I need you to do is say, our next category is graphics layout.
Our next category is graphics layout.
And then say, your winners are.
Your winners are.
You the man.
In third place, graphics layout, we have a tie. Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Dancers in the Snow, and Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Fake Bait. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Get Inside the Tree. And first place, graphics layout, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Everything Whitetail.
Dad! Yeah. We need to do another one of the categories.
I'm a little busy right now.
Wait, didn't we do this last year?
Yeah, but everybody loved it, so we're doing it again.
Fine. Just give me the paper. Our next category is graphics, logo, and illustration. Entries in this category include logos, illustrations, patches, pins, and stickers. Our winners are...
Third place, graphics, logo, or illustrations, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, State Reef Fish Survey, SRFS logo. And in second place, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, State Park illustrations. And first place, graphics, logo, or illustrations, Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, Wild Aware Utah logo.
Our next category is photography, flora, and fauna. Flora and fauna, what's that?
It's plants and animals.
Why didn't you just say plants and animals then?
I don't know, man.
And our winners are?
Third place, photography, flora, and fauna, Arizona Game and Fish Commission, Mexican wolf. And second place, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Sunset Mule Deer Buck. And first place, photography, flora, and fauna, Missouri Department of Conservation, bumblebee feeding on flowers.
Our next category is photography people, which is pictures of, well, people. Dad, do I really have to explain this?
Just do the video.
Okay, fine. And our winners are?
Third place, photography people, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Pink Sky. Second place, we have a tie. Missouri Department of Conservation, A Ghostly Fort, and Ohio DNR Division of Wildlife, Pheasant Release. And first place, photography people, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Jose Galaz, SDMBA Bonita Bikers Board Member.
This category is photography scenic, which is pictures of beautiful landscape. Wait, is that why you had us stand next to the sunflowers?
What do you mean us?
Just right there. And our winners are?
Third place, photography scenic, Nebraska Game and Parks, Perfection in the Pines. Second place, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Spring in the Sierra. And first place, Photography, Scenic, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Still Dawn.
Our next category is for photography, studio, or enhanced. This is for pictures where the photographer controlled the lighting, used photo editing software, or commercial techniques. And your winners are:
Third place, Photography, Studio, or Enhanced, New Mexico Department of Game and Fish, Native Archaeologist and Weaver. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Moss on Flower at Night. And first place, Photography, Studio, or Enhanced, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Field Archaeologist.
Hi, I'm Tom Dixon. I'm the editor of Montana Outdoors Magazine, the magazine of Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. And I'm the chair of the 4 magazine article categories, as well as the overall magazine category. First category is for articles that have a historical, cultural, or destination theme. And the winners this year are...
Third place, Magazine, Destination, Historical, or Cultural Article, Missouri Department of Conservation, Wetland Restoration. Second place, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Off the Pavement. And first place, Magazine, Destination, Historical, or Cultural Article, Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Opening the Borders for Justice.
The next category is fisheries articles. And these are articles on fishing or on fisheries management, conservation, or research. And the winners this year are...
Third place, Magazine, Fisheries Article, North Carolina Wildlife Resources, Going Deep for Summer Bass. Second place, Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, Awesome Opportunities. And first place, Magazine, Fisheries Article, Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, has catch and release going overboard.
The fourth article category is for general interest article. And these are articles of a wide range of topics that just don't fit in any of the previous 3 categories. And the winners this year are...
Third place, Magazine, General Interest Article, North Carolina Wildlife Resources, Staying Connected. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Blue Sky Ballet. And first place, Magazine, General Interest Article, Wyoming Game and Fish Department, The Bigger Picture.
The next category is for wildlife articles. And these are articles about hunting, wildlife watching, and wildlife conservation, management, and research. And the winners this year are...
Third place, magazine, wildlife article. We have a three-way tie. Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Worrying the Fence, and Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, The Dubious Dozen Bird Myths, and Arizona Game and Fish Department, Conservation in Action. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, Trapping the Enemy on Our Land. And first place, magazine, wildlife article, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks, the unleaded option.
And finally, we have the award for Best Conservation Agency Magazine. And this award recognizes excellence in graphic design and editorial content. And the winners this year are...
Third place, magazine, Arizona Game and Fish Commission, Arizona Wildlife Views. Second place, Ohio DNR Division of Wildlife, Wild Ohio Magazine. And first place, magazine, Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Wyoming Wildlife Magazine.
Hello from Iowa, everybody. I am Jessie Brown, your social media category chair from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. And first off, I'm here to introduce the Best Social Media Campaign. That's where we recognize an outstanding, concerted effort across social media platforms to help reach a goal. Our next category is Best Social Media Presence, given to the agency that uses social media in meaningful, strategic, and creative ways to engage and grow an outdoor community. Here are the winners.
Third place, Best Social Media Campaign, Nevada Department of Wildlife, Fish NV, a new guide for Nevada's waters. Second place, we have a tie. Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, #Wild Indoors, and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, 2020 Python Bowl. And first place, Best Social Media Campaign, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Arctic Refuge Virtual Bird Fest. Third place, Best Social Media Presence, South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, SCDNR's Social Media Presence. Second place, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Florida Fish and Wildlife Social Media Presence. And first place, Best Social Media Presence, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife social media.
Finally, we award the Conservation Post of the Year to the agency that went beyond viral by creating an outstanding social media post that sparked engagement and generated buzz for their efforts. The winners are...
Third place, Conservation Post of the Year, Nevada Department of Wildlife. Away they go, bighorn sheep released on historic range. Second place, Ohio DNR Division of Wildlife. Blue bullfrog hops all over Ohio's social feeds. And first place, Conservation Post of the Year, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Python detector dogs.
Calendars. While desktop and monthly calendars are eligible. And the winner is...
Third place, Calendar, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. 2021 Texas State Fish Art Calendar and 2020-21 Private Lands Calendar. Second place, Missouri Department of Conservation, 2021 Natural Events Calendar. And first place, Calendar, Ohio DNR Division of Wildlife, Wild Ohio Calendar.
One-time publication, books, such as annual guides and cookbooks. And the winners are...
Third place, one-time publication, book or report, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, 2020 Annual Highlights. Second place, South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, Logger Headlines 2019. And first place, one-time publication, book or report, we have a tie. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Florida State Wildlife Action Plan, and Ohio DNR Division of Wildlife, Backyards for Butterflies.
And the next category is one-time publications, brochure. And the winners are...
Third place, one-time publication, brochure, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Santee General Brochure. Second place, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Big Time Texas Hunts 2020, brochure and envelope. And first place, one-time publication, brochure, we have a tie, Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, Apple Snail Awareness Brochure, and Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, Urban Wildlife Technical Guidance Program Brochure.
One-time publications, others, such as invitations and flyers. There's our me.
Third place, one-time publication, other, Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Prescribed Fire Workshop. Second place, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Theodore Roosevelt saved the date. And first place, one-time publication Other, Nebraska Game and Parks, Shram Turtle Activity Handout.
Posters. And the winners are me.
Third place, poster, California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Don't let it loose. Second place, we have a tie. Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, identifying antlerless mule deer, and Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, 2020 Derby poster. And first place, poster, Wyoming Game and Fish Department, Grizz on the Go.
The next category is regulations, and the winners are
Third place, Regulations Publications, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Florida Freshwater Fishing Regulations. Second place, we have a tie. Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, Tennessee Hunting Guide, and Missouri Department of Conservation, Migratory Bird and Waterfowl Hunting Digest. And first place, Regulations Publications, Nebraska Game and Parks, 2020 Big Game Guide.
Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great time at this year's ACI conference. As much as I hate it to be virtual, I'm glad we can at least do this way this year. I do hope everybody's enjoyed the awards ceremony thus far. I know there's been some great humor moments, and I have to tell you that I don't have a single joke in this presentation. So here we go. The Spirit of ACI is an award that's near and dear to my heart, and you know, this is the traveling award that gets to go to every Spirit recipient, and it is something that every Spirit Award winner gets to keep for a year and then pass on to somebody else. And there are some big names on this plaque. All of these folks' names are on this plaque, and I know you'll see some familiar faces there. Kay Ellerhoff and Judy and Blake and Micah and Stephanie and Scott and Don and myself and of course Lance, who is now the president of ACI. How exciting. And we have a few more here, Julie, Kim, and so anyway, this is just a wonderful group of folks, and Michael, of course. And this year I want to be the first one to say congratulations to Sarah DiRienzo. You have served ACI without complaint and in full skill set for 3 years as secretary. You know, last year we decided for all of the officers to stay on one more year, and if nobody's aware, secretary is the only role where you actually have assignments during each meeting. So she's kept up with all the minutes, kept us on track. She's also been a member of the Multi-State Conservation Grant Committee, who has been able to assign out $750, almost $1 million worth of grants to states over the last year and a half. And she's done a phenomenal job at that, making sure that we do that in a fair way. And I just when I think of Sarah, I think of someone that's super outdoors loving and is so reflective of R3, the theme of this conference, and just who we all should strive to be as an outdoor communicator, because she's so involved in the outdoors. And this was a picture of her first solo hunt. And when you go and you do it alone, then that means you're a real hunter. So congrats on becoming a new hunter, Sarah. And she's also been my ticket drawer as the auction chair for the last 3 years. She has been my loyal and faithful ticket drawer for the tickets on the tables. So thank you, Sarah, for all you do. And who can't love somebody that loves goats? So congratulations, Sarah, and your name is now on the wall of all of these wonderful people, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of this conference and have a wonderful day.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.